Chapter 14 Basic Electricity and Electronics. In this video, we'll be looking at thyristors. A thyristor is an important electronic component that is widely used in alarm systems. Once they are triggered, they remain switched on until being manually reset. A thyristor is similar to a transistor. It has three pins called the gate, anode, and cathode. When no current flows into the gate, the thyristor is switched off. However, when small current flows into the gate, the thyristor switches on and allows current to flow from the anode to cathode. The thyristor remains on until it is manually reset. When the thyristor is switched on, it is said to be latched on. This is because larger current continues to flow even when no current is flowing into the gate of the thyristor. Moving on to see how a thyristor is connected in the circuit. In the figure below, it is a thyristor and bulb circuit. When power is connected, the thyristor is initially switched off. When switch S1 is closed momentarily, a current flows through it and into the gate of the thyristor. The thyristor will switch on, allowing the current to flow through the filament bulb and across the anode and cathode to the 0-volt track. The bulb lights up and continues to glow even when switch S1 is released. Once the thyristor has been triggered, it can be reset in two ways. Firstly, is by disconnecting the power supply for a moment. Secondly, is to add a second switch S2 so that when it is momentarily closed, the current bypasses the thyristor. Some additional point to take note. A sensor could be used to activate the thyristor in place of the switch S1. In order to use the sensor, the 1 megaohms resistor may need to be exchanged for a lower value variable resistor. Moving on to look at the alarm circuit that uses thyristor. The latching action of a thyristor means that it is an ideal component to use in an alarm system. In the circuit diagram, as long as the light is shining on the LDR, the thyristor remains switched off. If the light beam is broken, the thyristor is activated and the buzzer will sound. Next, in terms of intruder alarm, the circuit shown is an alarm circuit incorporates with a thyristor. When the householder leaves, he or she turns on the master power switch and the exit switch. If an intruder steps on the pressure pad, the alarm will sound and latches on because of the thyristor. As mentioned before, the thyristor is similar to a transistor. But how similar are they? We will now do a comparison to learn about their similarities and differences. In terms of similarity, both transistor and thyristor have three pins and they act like a switch. For thyristor, it is the gate, anode and cathode. As for transistor, it is the base, collector, and emitter. When there is no current flowing through the base of transistor and the gate of thyristor, both components are switched off. When there is current flow, both components are switched on and allowing current to flow from anode to cathode for the thyristor and current to flow from collector to emitter for the transistor. Coming to differences, for thyristor, current will continue to flow through the thyristor after the current is removed from the gate. Once triggered, the thyristor will continue to conduct electrical current until it is completely deprived of electrical power. As for transistor, if the electrical current is removed from the base, the transistor will turn off and cease to conduct electrical current. Coming to the summary, by now, you should have understand the functions of thyristor and identify and draw circuit symbol of thyristor. Explain the function of thyristor in circuit. And lastly, appreciate the similarities and differences between transistor and thyristor. That's the end of the video. You may now move on to the next section.